Frederick Douglass, 1818 to 1895, was one of the most influential figures in the fight against slavery and a pioneer for civil rights in America. Born into slavery in Talbot County, Maryland, Douglass was separated from his mother as an infant and endured the brutality of enslavement during his early years. Despite laws prohibiting enslaved people from learning to read and write, he secretly taught himself literacy, an act that would become a powerful tool in his journey to freedom and advocacy. In 1838, Douglass escaped from slavery by disguising himself as a sailor and traveling to New York, where he became a free man. Settling in Massachusetts, he quickly rose to prominence as an orator, captivating audiences with his eloquence and first-hand accounts of the horrors of slavery. His speaking tours drew large crowds and established him as a leading voice in the Abolitionist movement. Douglass published his first autobiography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave, in 1845. The book's vivid portrayal of his life under slavery became a bestseller and heightened international awareness of the atrocities of slavery. To avoid recapture, Douglass traveled to Britain and Ireland, where he gained further support for abolition. British supporters raised funds to purchase his legal freedom, allowing him to return to the United States in 1847. Upon his return, Douglass founded the abolitionist newspaper The North Star, which became a vital platform for advocating the end of slavery and promoting equality. He worked alongside other abolitionists, including William Lloyd Garrison, but eventually broke with Garrison over strategic differences, favoring political action to achieve abolition. During the Civil War, Douglass advised President Abraham Lincoln on the treatment of black soldiers and the broader struggle for emancipation. He actively recruited African American men for the Union Army, emphasizing their role in fighting for their own liberation. After the war, Douglass continued his advocacy, focusing on securing voting rights for African Americans and supporting women's suffrage. Douglass held several government positions, including U.S. Marshal for the District of Columbia and Minister to Haiti. His later autobiographies, including My Bondage and My Freedom, 1855, and Life and Times of Frederick Douglass, 1881, revised in 1892, expanded on his life story and reinforced his legacy as a champion of freedom and justice. Frederick Douglass remains a towering figure in American history, celebrated for his courage, intellect, and unwavering commitment to equality and human rights. His life exemplifies the power of education, resilience, and advocacy in the fight against oppression.